Here we are. Here we are. Are you paying attention to the miracles, my family? I see a lot of miracles on the daily. So I wanted to share something with you. I wanted to do some quick Q&A. I'm going to be honest with you. Going live on Crowdcast in about 23 minutes. So I really just wanted to, see my family. I'll go live again soon. Maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday. Getting geared up for the Conscious Life Expo. So it's a little busy. It's been a little ripe in the Mazzone household. I needed to share some of this, more information. I can't just sum up all of bird law. Charlie Kelly, bird law attorney. Sorry. I can't just sum up everything. So I want to do a little Q&A, maybe do some cards. Here's what I know. Every time a new species of birds are showing up, I'm seeing these drastic shifts in the reality. I'm seeing what's taking place. I'm seeing miracles. I'm having better shielding and protection. So I wanted to also share. This is hilarious. Now, I swear to God right now, guys. I don't swear to God often, but when I do, I just came out to my Jeep and this was on it. Okay? No joke. That thumbnail was already created. This is on my car less than an hour ago. You could make it up, but why would you want it? Let's be honest here. You could make it up, but why would you want it? So I guess this is a Jeep thing. It says it on the card. It's a Jeep thing. I've been ducked. I initially saw the business card on my car and I was like, how dare you touch my baby? And then I saw there was a little red thing and I go out and this little duck, this red bird. I mean, you see the thumbnail I have up for the post. It's a red bird and a blue bird. I just kind of grabbed the post that I'm using on Patreon in a few minutes. I really just wanted to talk to you guys, do some Q&A. I don't know, maybe if we can drop a quick card reading. I just wanted to let you know this is multidimensionality at its finest. This is something that I found in the Norse were doing this. Celtics, obviously. Come on, let's be honest. This was everywhere. This bird magic is across all the dogmas and religions. If you just go check on Wikipedia yourself, you'll find it everywhere. And it's there's this language of the birds, and that's what I was sharing was this. The more research I did, especially on alchemy, if you're looking for the real deal, you just connect alchemy or transmutation to the words and you see it come up. Becca did a super sticker. Everybody thank Becca. So, yeah. But a red bird. There's a red bird on my car. So I'm in the gym. I make the post. God, oh my God, this breatharian. I got to go into it on another day. I feel so freaking good right now, my family. But the birds. Let's get into the birds. Let's get into the birds so I can do some quick Q&A. And then we're going to go do some patron fun stuff where there's just no filter. I can't say week or days anymore. I just can't. I literally just put up the post and I said, reading for the next 168-hour segment. I don't know what I said. It sounds like madness. But I just did 24 times 7, and it's 168. But yeah, I really just wanted to see my family. There's usually Cass. Look at you guys. Yeah, I'm thinking of a way we could do the free readings more often, and I just go live and maybe we'll do super stickers or something. I don't know. Thank you, Cass. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. There's definitely a lot of movement. And then it's if I bring up a certain subject, all of a sudden the views are going from 1,200 to 200 to 100. I could not for the life of me get this short post to show anything other than a hole in the ground. Technology, my family. It seems like the more time I spend on a short, the less views it gets. I don't know what that is. The shorter ones have... the ones that I'm putting more work into, they have more information. I don't know. Maybe if you guys share them out, I don't know. Make sure you subscribe and hit the like buttons, all the things. Thank you to the super stickers. I appreciate it. The channel appreciates it. It probably helps with the algorithm. Anyways, back to the birds. Yeah, so this was on my car. So I'm like, Spirit definitely wants me to talk about this. I'm driving, like everybody's got like bird stickers on their windows. Like, I probably could have taken a better photo of it, but like that's the car as I'm going up the hill from the gym. Like there's a feather on the window. I'm just like, the birds are yelling at me, which means the phoenixes are yelling at me, which means the avians are yelling at me, which means dragon. The dragon's my family. Is that a black dragon? I'm scared, Alexander. Just let the honey pour right over your field. Anyways, it's not honey, it's ambrosia. But moving on. As I'm feeding the birds, as I'm taking care of my reality, and it's not only the birds, I'm actually good. I've been buying, I'm like asking myself, if I'm spending $40 every 2 weeks on bird seed, because I go hard for my family. I'm making sigils out there. I'm like straight up making like magical sigils with the bird seed, because then the birds are coming and they're activating the sigil and they're talking to me. Like, you know what I should do? I should, like, once all the food's gone, I should go out there live so you guys can see what's happening. I got like the squirrels are like, bro, what the heck? Like the squirrels are staring at me like through the window. They're like, there's nothing out here. And I'm like, I'm coming. Like I come out every day. Like, what the heck? So it's like the squirrels are obviously like this elven magic, but you know, we're in this Year of the Rabbit. And I know a squirrel's not a rabbit, but they're both rodents. So it's like the magic and the shifts that I'm seeing, because this has been months now I'm feeding the birds, and I've gone on and off with it, but I didn't know once you start feeding the birds, just so you know this, you have to keep feeding the birds, because you're creating like a habitat, and then they come and they're expecting the food to be there, like the squirrel staring at me. The squirrels are precious. I'll share you guys a video of them just like literally like frolicking and running around in a circle, like tackling each other. It's quite awesome. So it's like there's benefits beyond just bird watching and squirrel watching. And like I said, I've been buying apples to feed the javelina. Maybe you're not supposed to do that, but they're just so precious. Have you seen a baby javelina? Do you even know what a javelina is? So I feed the javelina in the front, even though they do magic tricks. Swear to G, I had big, gigantic, full-size javelina, 2 of them, making love in the backyard. It's a fenced-in yard. There was no hole. The fences were all locked. They warped in. They warped out. I swear, I have witnesses. I swear to you guys, I had magical, gigantic pigs warp into my backyard and warp out of the backyard. No idea. Anyways, so back to the birds. So what are we looking at here? We are looking at the feathers, this angelic work, like what we're seeing with these angelics. The more work that I'm doing, the more research that I'm doing, I'm finding out seraphim. This is something I've been saying for years. Many of you have been like, Alexander, you said this 1,000 times. I'm going to say it again. Seraphim, serpent, seraphim, fire, serpent of fire. So this is proof that there's a connection between the angelics and the dragons. The avians, all of this stuff. What we are dealing with here on a multidimensional scale is hybridization. We're dealing with hybrids. This is what's been told to me about the elvens. Like I was saying about the squirrels, kind of like staring at me like, dude, what the F? This is a mix of a Pleiadian and a Lyran. That's why we have the pointy ears, the cat-like features, but on these humanoid type beings. So a lot of what we're seeing, a lot of what we're dealing with here in the physical is multidimensional representations of the self. So this is what I was saying just yesterday in that short was, when I nurture nature, nature's nurturing me. And I'm seeing like, wow, like there's a great feeling. And I see this giant indigo gabbro, a blue bird, like come down off the roof. Like they're sitting on the roof. Like I'm basically, by activating my backyard as a watering hole. And that's another thing. You can leave the water out too. There might be like certain places they can't get the water because every morning the watering hole's frozen over. I got to go break the ice or get under it and move the ice so they can drink. And So now like they're all like settling there, like I said, and they're waiting for me. Like I told you guys, I can go outside and film it if you don't believe me. Like when there's no food, they're like, here he is. Like they're going nuts when I go out there. So when we access this multidimensionality, we are accessing something that is 12th density, 12D and up. So where is the floor and what we're dealing with here, my family? This is magnetic. This whole reality is magnetic. The more work that I do and the more research that I do on what's been pulling me, pun intended, this magnetism, I'm seeing that the integrity is really all that matters. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think that integrity, which is basically connected to our boundaries, it's another word for boundaries. Our integrity is the end all be all in spirituality and mental, physical, spiritual, in ascension as a whole. When the integrity is out of alignment, that's when we allow ourselves to be drained by energy vampires. A lot of this stuff is being taught to me by my multidimensional aspects, and my multidimensional aspects are having more aspects communicate with them because I'm having these rodents, these epic guardians, the javelina in the front, and I'm having all these birds, subject like new birds, other types of birds. It's almost like word is spreading. The bird is the word. No, don't sing that again. So people's heads. The word is spreading that, like, the Alexander's got water and seed and worms, and I got like multiple bags and pumpkin seeds. Like I go hard, like I told you. If I do something, I do it all the way. So there's more communication coming through, and there's definitely more shielding and protection coming through. There is it's almost like I feel unfazable. And was I unfazable before feeding the birds? I'm not telling you have to feed the birds. I'm telling you that if you're in a state of certain people, or there's disagreements, or there's drama, because that was the card of the day too. The truth about drama. It showed the Queen of Swords holding up the sword. That's us. And it showed the card after that, the Page of Swords, like the person that enjoys drama, likes drama. And as I'm seeing the people that weren't awake before, how do I even label this? The people that weren't awake, the people that are wet behind the ears in spirituality, wake up. I'm hearing it in house music and other songs. And I mean, I even saw a post of Post Malone on YouTube, a post. I saw a post. And he's talking about how people drain you. And it's like, no, they don't. No, they do not. If you're still existing in a reality where people drain you, then I welcome you to the heaven on earth that Alexander exists in, where I know I can backfire the system of every vampire on this planet simultaneously, because I am a sun. I am a sun that is much, much larger than this planet. And go ahead, drain. Get your little sippy straws and pull. You will pull, and I will backfire the system. It's almost like the bodybuilder flexing the muscle when a mosquito lands on him, and boom, the mosquito just blows up from too much blood. And this is not an attack. I'm not saying to do this as an attack. I'm saying when we remember that we are so powerful, we can have enough energy for ourselves. Billionfold. The cup is flowing over. The cup is constantly flowing over. This is why we're supposed to be working together. This is what we're supposed to be doing by working together, is this reminder. So your brother's here today to remind you. I'm going to do some quick Q&A. If you have any questions about the birds, what's been coming through, how to do, I don't imagine that you have many questions about throwing seed on the ground. Maybe somebody wants to know what sigils I'm doing or whatnot. What I really wanted to just touch base with you, because this needs a whole video segment in itself, is the magnetic integrity. The magnetic integrity of what I'm noticing as I'm preparing for what's about to take place with this next full moon. This next full moon in Leo, I don't know if this is just affecting the Leos, because I am a Leo. So all I can do is let you know what's happening in my reality. And in my reality, I feel these tingles and these goosebumps on the back of my neck that this next shift that's coming from Alexander for myself, and I hope all of us, is so massive. It's giving me chills, which has never happened before. I've never had feelings before the shift. So something's happening. I know that I'm in Leo, and I know that's one of those things. It's like, it's kind of like there's certain signs that when the full moon is in that sign, I've always felt like a little more crazy, a little more chaotic. But when oh my God, when the moon is in Leo, I'm always like, just like jumping. So that's why I'm wondering, and I'd love to hear from you guys. Are you guys feeling epic as well? But I know that either way, whether the big shift is for the sign of Leo, just myself, it cascades out. We're all working together in my family. And that's why I wanted to talk about this, the birds quick, but also to give you this touching base on this integrity thing. If we look at the reality, like there still are vampires, like we even can be drained, it has a certain aspect of closing off certain magics to ourselves, because our skin is an organ. All of our organs are organs. This is another word for a musical instrument. The music is connected to 7, the number 7, the 7 colors, the 7. I've notes, my family, on each day of the week. I've been mentioning this to you. And here's another connection to the 7, the organs. And our organs and our skin and our body, it gives off in one realm, but it's designed to take. It pulls, and it pulls, and it pulls. And our mind can shut off that vortex. It can shut that off. The planet gives, and it's okay to take from the planet. The sun gives, and it's okay to take from the sun. The galactic center, mama, that we can activate our heart, center of centers, and get into our own galactic alignment with something much, much bigger than anything here, gives. And these aspects that give, we've been tricked. Humanity's been tricked into thinking, I can't take. I'm a martyr. I'm Jesus. I got to give. It's all about giving. When we are able to be in alignment with accepting, because it's not taking, that is what is taking place when we're thriving the most. We're taking from the planet because people feel guilt about this stuff. And I'm telling you guys, it's like people are like, oh, I gotta save the planet. The planet, if the planet wants to wipe everybody, like, everybody's gone. Like, that's not gonna happen. Like, mama's down here, mama's out there, whether or not the sun is masculine or feminine, mama or daddy's out there, and they give. That's all they can do. And it's like, yeah, you can go on another spectrum and you can burn things up in the sun, and you can go to another spectrum, causal, etheric, or astral, and you can give things to the planet, and you can go to another spectrum and give things out into the, way out past the Akashic records halls, in the darkness of space, beyond anything that exists. You can go see real mama, in my eyes, and in my heart and in my mind and all over in every cell of my body. And when we align with that, okay, which that'll be a subject for a few minutes from now. I'm going to be talking about that a little bit with the patrons, which I already was last week. But these postural assessments and these things that we can do are connected to these magics. So making sure that our mind is in the middle or in the front, so we're in the present moment or the future, not living in the past where fear is, not closing off any of our gifts, any of our skill sets, because thoughts being continued to be thought that are not of the highest integrity, that are not of love, will shut off the liver, shut off the kidney, shut off the skin, shut off. And this is why some people are aging like crazy. This is why some people are dying from this and creating this and having cancers or whatever it is because they are allowing these frequencies in. They're calling these frequencies in as a reminder of saying, like, oh, they keep thinking that thing. That thought in time will kill this person. So spirit goes, we'll give them a cold. And then instead of like just allowing themselves to have the cold and say, what is the sign of the cold? They take an antihistamine or they take something, and then that causes the next ailment. And then they take the thing for that ailment. Like, instead of just asking, why is my skin dry? Why is my eye a little, why is this like that? Why is this like that? Why is this here? Why is that? And then allowing it and saying, I'm supposed to have that sniffle. I'm supposed to have that. I'm supposed to have that. It's a reminder to rest. It's this, it's that. By actually tuning in to spirit, by actually tuning in with the cellular structure of the body and communicating with the self. Why am I feeling this way? Instead of just covering it up with another thing, another thing, another thing, another thing. And it's like, and that keeps coming back to this like qigong thing, which is like something my soul knows. Like some call it energy manipulation. I was watching this qigong master, and like the way that I do when I'm like moving energy, like the stuff he's like showing, I'm like, it's exactly what I just, like my soul knew how to do. I've got videos of myself from 14 years ago doing that stuff. But what he said, like this quote has just been staying with me. And obviously it was in Mandarin, so it's not going to be the exact translation, but he said, medicine is good. Food is better. Energy is better than food. And I was like, oof, 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 facts. And this is what it means to step into pulling these lights in, pulling these frequencies in, knowing the difference between darkness and evil. And it's your integrity, it's your frequency that will get you in touch with this. It's supposed to be live on Patreon in 3 minutes. Let's do a few questions. I saw Veronique's. What sigil do I do the most? It's always the sun. I'm a sun sign. So the sun sigil is and obviously anything that I tell you guys about right now, the powers that were already blasted off all over it. God, did I just say that live? Powers that were already like wanting you to think that the swastika is evil and this thing's evil. These are ancient symbols that are much older than Nazis less than 100 years ago. These symbols of the, like the Tibetan symbols and all these symbols and the Iron Cross and the Celtic Cross and all this stuff, it's way older than people know. So I make the cross, the sun cross, for the birds, because I'm seeing a lot of energy with the sun here and just myself. If there are any other questions, do I have a sigil for posture? Corey, I freaking love you. For you, Corey, we're gonna put you on the screen. Put my brother on the screen, my sister brother. Wait, let me pop him up. Let me pop him up. Is he there? It's my brother. Let's do this. So actually, it's a little bit of ninjutsu, but let's do a little bit of magic before he goes. All right. So now, reminder: when you activate extremely powerful sigils, you usually want to turn them off. Something that was taught to me by Connie, taught to me in Reiki, is the chokure. If you flip, which a lot of Reiki masters don't know this for some reason, maybe because it shouldn't be messed with. But if you reverse the chokure, it actually increases energy. But if we just ask energy to increase itself, you ever see a tree and all like the bulbous things are coming off of it? That's because of the type of ley line it's on. That tree has cancer. So this is like something that they've done dowsing with to know where to put our beds and know where to do this stuff. So we don't want to just, if you want to, okay. So if you're going to like set a new max on deadlifts, like you can like do certain things to activate strength. You can do certain things to activate a thing of opening up to something. But when we open up to activating and saying more, you don't want to just leave that on by accident. So what I'm telling you is always ask your doctor before doing any magic that Alexander tells you about. But the true window to the heart is right here. And that's why, they wanted to show us this so we'd be scared of this. But when we actually make that, I know it looks very sexual in nature. It's supposed to. When we actually make this window like so and put that over our heart, okay? It's like a layer. It's like a vagina for the heart, okay? Let's be honest. And when we do this, there's a certain level of boom. Yeah, yoni. Thank you, Cece. Back, okay? Shoulders back, shoulders down, chest up. Now, mind you, all right? This is what it looks like from the side, okay? What did I just do? Look at this. Look at this. Do you see that? Do you see that? Now, this is why, and I know there'll probably be another few people leave. This is why we have to work out. This is why it's mind, body, spirit. Because for me to be able to hold this long term, there are muscles in the core. What does the core say in the dictionary? The central most important piece that I have to be able to keep this strong. Do I have to hold this all day? No. But it's almost just like, boom, to be able to, bam, to check in with mama. To check in with mama way out there. Bam. Okay. With this portal. If I could actually draw what my hands are doing right now. Okay. And get that energy from her, okay? Now, what's happening here? Like I was saying, when we look at this from the side, do you see the table? Do you see the table? This is what the goddess wants. This is what, whether you're in the body of a feminine or a masculine, it doesn't matter. However you represent yourself, whatever. We're not even going to talk about that today. I'll get all riled. But this is how we're supposed to be showing up. We're not supposed to be showing up all broken down and messed up like this and just be like, what do I do? How do I fix this? I'm doing my best. No, boom, bam, it's right here, mama. I got a table right here. This is like this whole like, how do I get up there? How do I get up there? That's what, and to truly answer your question, Corey, that's what your goddess, that's what your beloved is looking for. To all the men watching this, that's truly what your woman is looking for, is that posture, that confidence without you being a dick. Pardon my French. That's the difference between moxie and swagger. That's the difference between confidence and narcissism. You know, that's the difference between... There's a lot of very thin lines that are being broken right now or noticed right now. You know, is it like even structure? Like, is this structure and an unwillingness to shift? Is this spontaneity, chaos? Like, we really need to be asking these questions, because every one of our archetypal functionalities is very, very different. And some of us share the same archetypal functionality, but you and your lover, or you and your friend, or you and your mom, or you and your boss might be very, very different archetypes. There's quite a big chance that you're not, and you're very similar, and you're trying to figure out the same challenges, but there's also going to be, more often than not, a higher opportunity for you to have a different archetype in front of you. So boom. So just like that, my brother, okay, that portal, and then you'll just know when you find, it's up on some sort of diagonal, way out there. That's mama. And I don't know. I didn't know we were talking about this today on YouTube, but here we are. I'm supposed to be on Crowdcast. I'll do another question. And I'm gonna go see the patrons. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to Becca. And thank you to Cass for the super stickers once again. But if anybody else has a question, well, I'll have to save the drum for next time. I know Catherine's like, yeah, you can't really be late for the patrons when they're already here on YouTube. Yeah, when we hold that posture, just in case another question isn't coming, it puts us in the proper integrity of being standing where we want to stand. And this is the difference of somebody feeling truly supported and being like, this is the rock. Like I said, this is like tabletop mountain right here. When we activate that, and I see when I allow myself with other people in the past to allow my posture to break down, because it's almost threatening them. The posture is to me, it's one of the most important, if not the most important, with integrity. Our integrity and just knowing who belongs around. And as I told you guys a couple of weeks ago, just to share one of the life altering realizations of the past few months. Some of you don't have children, but we can imagine a reality where we do have a child. Okay. So, and then some of you have children, they're grown, and then some of you do have children right now. So here's my question to all of you. Why is it some of these people, we're triggered about what they think, where they are, why they don't love us, where did they go, why are they not hanging out with me, why won't they talk with me, why won't they have a heart-to-heart? If you wouldn't give them your child, if something comes up and you got to go out of town, if you wouldn't let them babysit your child for a day or two, like if you have a thought of like, well, I can't give my child to them, I'll come back, my child will be more effed up. Why are you putting your inner child around these people? Why are you mourning the loss of them in your life or missing these people? If you wouldn't give your child to them, why are you presenting the opportunity to have your inner child be like, why is the bad man or the bad woman back? Like, why are we here? Like, what are we doing here? So I hope that helps. Veronique says, what type of birds you're feeding every day? Oh my God, this I don't want to pick favorites, Veronique, but I'll say the indigo gabbros, it took a while for them to show up. And if you watch the short from yesterday, that's the first one, you see that beautiful blue color. They're very much so connected to the blue avians, and the blue avians are existing in 12D and up for Alexander, at least. Some people that, I don't know, maybe they do a little too many drugs. They say that. Sorry. Hi, how you doing? Those aspects, which are very avian in nature, very great in nature, are here to assist, and they exist for me, in a realm where negativity no longer exists, but they are shadow aspects. They're like ascended dragons, so to speak. So we're not gonna get into that right now. I'm gonna start Patreon momentarily, like in a minute or two. I love you guys so freaking much. Maybe Monday, Tuesday, I don't know. I'm going to go live. We'll have a subject matter. I know this one was kind of, I was just missing you guys. I just was like, I want to just like riff with my family for a little bit before I riff with the family on Patreon. I felt like I was hogging. Stop hogging all the Alexander. Go live on Facebook or whatever it is. I don't even know what it's called. Facebook. What was the last time I went live on Facebook? What reality am I in right now? I love you all so freaking much. I'm going to see you soon. And patrons, I'm going to see you super soon. Like, I don't know, like a minute or two. I love you. Zoe, Alyssa, Carrie Lynn. See you all. I see you all. I love you all. Cheers.